We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Minnesota Vikings. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. From the gun, they go to Edwards. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Edwards, the ball carrier.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run for the 1st with Edwards. And he picks up the 1st before he's taken down at the 29.
Good for the Minnesota Vikings. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams.
The pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 36-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Nyheim Hines, his 1st carry. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the 1st drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Yard line.
in Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Looking long for Thomas. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First do no harm.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home.
Larry Ogunjobi able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Hines. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Here's another interception, the 3rd
Washington 7, Vikings nothing.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that up? Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The ball carrier.
Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Ogunjobi on the tackle. 2 yards on the pickup.
Here's 2nd and 8. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
At the 20-yard line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They get this out left. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run with Hines. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Naeem Hines, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
7. Robbie Gould.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, Mariota. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a pickup of 14 and a Washington 1st down. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. They'll get 3 up to midfield.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Mariota now from the 50. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 33. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First down, Washington.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Washington.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. They'll run it with Kamara, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Alvin Kamara with touchdown number 7 on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths, running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Minnesota Vikings.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going up top for Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. He's got his man. It's Williams. Touchdown, Vikings. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
After nearly 30 minutes of football, that touchdown, puts us in a position where they make the extra point. We're right back to even before we start the second half.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the driver to get at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. And they will finally catch him, but not before he gets it to the 11. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Mariota on first down. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again. Mariota. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one.
And that'll make it third down. Again, it's Mariota. For the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Evan Ingram. Incomplete.
Now Lutz for the field goal try.
For the field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
And it's caught inside the 30. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice with the encore. If you know, you know.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've reached halftime here on Halloween. And trust me, kids, if you had to look at Charles Davis every game, you'd think every day was Halloween. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And the half will begin with a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again with Kamara. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Mariota. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And now it's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And all the way down to the 5.
Complete to Michael.
A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Alvin Kamara.
Alvin Kamara. He scored on the ground and through the air.
And Washington has taken the lead.
His kick is...
And he puts it through.
Makes this Washington 24. Vikings 17.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Second and 9 now. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 34. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Running with Kamara. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Mariota. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Hines. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. He's 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
A gain of 4.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run with Hines. And he will handle it first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple.
Complete to Nyheim Hines. 2 yards on the pickup.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 8 coming up. Now left side on the swing pass. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
32-yard
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. This is Hines. 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Hines. And they will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Nyheim Hines. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again.
Well, 2 touchdown score. I know his team's happy. His coaches are happy. How about the fantasy owners of this game?
Always happy with 2, but they'd like 3 or 4. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Finds his tight end Ingram. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
How many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there. And receivers come.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's David Arnett picking it off. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
The Vikings on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.Y. Hilton, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
For the point after.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Vikings 31, Washington 27.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Throwing again, Mariota on 2nd and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The pass.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
It's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They will give to the big fullback use check. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Mariota. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Here's Mariota. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. He's back to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 20.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Mariota. And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up down at the 10. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for the Vikings, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.